Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. Any story, Punch?
Yes, so it's the season where our Southeasterners tend to travel, and the domestic airlines have recorded increase in their fares to the tune of, they say, 100%, that Nigerians going to the southeast and south have complained about the fact that there are some one-way tickets have gone as high as 287,000 naira. 287,000 naira for a one-way ticket. They said the seasonal prices, the tickets are out of reach, and that they said it's based on economic challenges. Some places, Abuja is 162,000 naira, but they are now before December, but now it is as high as 238,000 naira. So the price hike, according to them, is not justifiable. So they listed different prices of different airlines for different states, but the one to southeast and the south is extremely high as compared to what it was in November. Let's be kind to one another. That's what I add to
the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, on Monday unveiled the Abiola Onijemo Link Road and a bridge in Ifako-Jayi, local government area of the state, and also launched the Alakbere, right next to us here, pedestrian bridge. Speaking during the unveiling, Sanwo-Olu, who earlier had actually also launched the Alakbere bridge, he said that today marks a significant milestone in our collective journey to build sustainable communities, improve connectivity, and enhance the quality of life of all Lagosians. It is immense pride and joy that he unveils the Abiola Onijemo Link Road with a bridge and a vital infrastructure project that links Abiola Street and Onijemo Street, separated for decades by a canal that created a divide between these vibrant communities. I remember I've been to that area and I have an idea what he's talking about. Also, the Alakbere, I also recall, interestingly, a truck ran right into that pedestrian bill. In my presence, I was driving through that place, and it was destroyed for many months. But within a year, it's been done and it's been commissioned. So
just have to commend Lagos State for that area, because the other side, the counterparts.
Moving on.
Okay, sorry, I was going to take the Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyame, and the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission have expressed different views over the ongoing investigation over against Airpeace. The minister has described the FCPC statement on consumer complaints, saying it's bordering on alleged the airline is gosh. The agency is investigating the airline, saying the exploitation and customer rights violations. You know, they are also investigating the banking, telecoms. But the minister is now defending Airpeace and the chief operating.
Yesterday, but I wanted to get the side of the FCCPC. I didn't read that story, but I didn't even know the papers.
Yeah, it's in the papers today.
He's our representative in this matter.
Yes, protecting
the people.
Yeah. So arbitrary flight tickets is just what Tokwe just
for Airpeace, even in this paper, the Airpeace in this paper, they said that in November the flight to a particular state was 94, and it jumped to 200 and something thousand.
Just like that.
287.
Yes, that's National Aviation Travel Agencies are also saying that it is global standard to be able to buy cheaper tickets ahead. That is not possible in Nigeria anymore. So what are they doing again? So let FCCPC help our lives.
Okay, moving on now to Daily Sun. Ghana PDP can ex-SCF scribe take INEC to task. That's concerning the recently concluded elections. Daily Faro to me appears in court in handcuffs, gets 50 million naira bill. AGF NBA insists on judicial independence, respect for rule of law. I think that's the only story we've not taken.
Okay, so
okay.
Go ahead. Let me just take the AGF. So at the 2024 annual conference of Court of Appeal Justices in Abuja, the AGF and the Minister for Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, also the NBA, emphasized the need for the independence of the judiciary. The AGF also used the opportunity to pledge to uphold the principle of judicial independence for the judiciary, and also ensuring that the welfare of judges does not compromise that. So he said he will see to the welfare of the judges. He strides that each of the independent three arms of government are separate and exercise their powers separately, independently of each other, and that so he will guarantee that, but also guarantee that their welfare is cared for, and each will not compromise the other.
Okay, so I have the story from A few people took the government, rather not government, they took INEC to task, and they said that they expect more from INEC. Speaking concerning what happened in Ghana, the conversation came up that not just one person, but several people, the People's Democratic Party, the Christian Association of Nigeria, the former Secretary General of the Arewa Consultative Forum, have all taken the chairman of INEC to task, Yakub Mahmoud, to ask that he should do better. They said, without mincing words, that he should replicate in Nigeria what happened in Ghana's presidential election, without having to ask the losers to go to court. He reacted based on the fact that the Ghanaian election, there was congratulation, there was no controversy concerning how the election went, and the result, even though delayed, was accepted by all parties. He said in Nigeria, this is what we have done. They borrowed the leaf from us, and they are implementing it the second time. That is why the declaration of the result of presidential result was a lot faster than it used to be in the past. Many of them are expressing admiration for Ghanaian election, and they are holding INEC to do the same with the Nigerian election going forward.
The Nigerian Tribune, 2025 budget, MDA's risk zero allocation. After Babalola, Hatorimi gets 50 million naira bill. How Port Harcourt refinery is over 90% complete, says NNPCL. Fight against corruption should begin from top, says Obasanjo. Edo Guba, tribunal receives 7 petitions adjourns sitting till December 18th. And Tinubu's re-election will cheat not, says article. Okay, which story?
Let me just quickly add more to the story of Ghana and Nigerian election. The truth is, the Ghanaian system of election that they are using in the past 2 elections was Nigeria's template. Like, they came to Nigeria to take our INEC template, and it was successful. But under the current INEC chairman, 80% of election conducted by INEC has been contested in court. So if they learned from us and it works for them, how come it is no longer working for us?
What's the population again?
Complaining about. It's not about population. No, they learned from us and it worked under the other INEC chairman.
That Ghana learned from us. I have shown that Ghana also learned from us, because Jonathan also conceded peacefully, and that election was
under Jega. So that's why they are calling out the leadership.
So what did this guy do wrong? I read the work on time.
Is 80% are going to court?
Well, let me take story.
I don't like talking about it, because
the Edo tribunal, governorship tribunal in Edo,
according to the papers.
Yeah, according they are contesting the elections, the September 21 elections, and the chairman of the election tribunal gave a speech opening the tribunal sitting yesterday. But highlight of it was the clash of party people. So the APC supporters came in their shirts, the PDP supporters came in their shirt. Of course, then jam, and they said that they were attacking each other right in the sight of the police officers who were there. But the Tribune just carried it that they were running eketa sketeta.
You want to join your VPG team?
You're not a PG person.
Okay, Vanguard. I'm not sure the next story. Mounting electronic waste triggers health crisis in children. Who has that story?
I do. So this report is just an editorial in the Vanguard. Takes a report of how we have heaps of waste and how scavengers are also trying to separate the waste to get gold and other metals, copper and all of that happening around. So the UNICEF is saying they have a study that reveals that approximately 70% of children residing near e-waste dump sites or recycling areas develop elevated blood lead. That's the lead they use for levels in their blood, which leads to cognitive impairments, stunted growth, and neurological damage. And if you look around us, particularly in Lagos, fear of God will catch you. Also, in certain markets like Computer Village and all of those places, Arena, you will find people, separating and trying to, get recyclables from certain imported failed machines. So you have broken down computers, phones, and all of that. That is quite dangerous. Such separation should not be happening. So he's a detailed 2-page.
Yeah, because they even give highlights. They said 70% of children near recycling areas are severely affected. Nigeria's e-waste challenge at alarming rate. 60,000 tons of second-hand electronics flow in annually. 60,000
tons of it.
So we are now dumping ground.
Exactly. We have over 100,000 scavengers informal recyclers roaming the streets, burning and discarding electronics to extract metals like copper and gold. If you live around my area on the Irede roads, I don't know what they burn every day. They will just be removing some. In fact, pole fell like this, cement pole. Now, they are broken it. They remove all the metal inside. I don't know how. So somebody must check that, and they are calling on the...
90% of them are improperly disposed.
Yeah.
Can you remember that guy that collected those waste, was it Edo or somewhere like that? The guy died after, he was collecting all this...
electrical waste, and then he died from the toxins.
From the
thing.
That's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.